Activated charcoal has been used for thousands of years as an Ayurvedic remedy for rapid detox. It optimizes your digestion and can help absorb and eliminate gas. In fact, it works really, really well for that. I can attest. Before I was Bulletproof, I used it. It has some anti-aging benefits too, because toxins that affect how your body makes energy are not good for your aging. And if you can bind those toxins in the gut instead of having to process them and allow them to affect your body, of course it's going to be beneficial for you. It also, strangely enough, can help you clean your teeth and even make your skin look brighter. It reduces those toxins that produce cellular damage, even some allergic reactions, or if you have compromised immunity and rapid aging and things like that. If it's coming from something in your gut and you take activated charcoal and it can help your gut perform better, well, it can really just help everything work better. It also, and this is an area where I use activated charcoal the most, it can minimize the effects when you're eating, how do I say it, crappy food. So if you're gonna go to a restaurant and you know they're gonna put things that are inflammatory, bad oils, low quality foods, chemicals, things like that, you can take activated charcoal with that food and it preferentially binds to toxins, including protein-based toxins, and it can minimize the effects so you get less bloating and you don't feel quite as off the next day or even afterwards. If you're gonna be drinking cheap alcohol, things like beer, things that are low on the spectrum of alcohols that I recommend on the Bulletproof diet, you may notice a huge difference if you take activated charcoal while you're drinking or while you're eating foods like pizza that you probably ought not to be eating. So this is a way of minimizing harm. What's different about Bulletproof upgraded charcoal is that charcoal on the market can come from a variety of different things, including any kind of wood. What we do is we actually take only coconut shells and we make activated charcoal out of them, and then we use the very, very finest particle size on the market, which as far as I can tell, no one else does. It's really annoying because it makes huge clouds of black dust in our manufacturing facility and we have to clean everything when we're done. But what's really interesting about activated charcoal is that just a couple teaspoons of this has a surface area that's equal in size to hundreds of square feet. So what that means, if you took these tiny little molecules and you flattened them out, you'd have just enormous absorptive surface area. In fact, they call it adsorption. So what I did is I made the smallest possible particle size, which means you get more surface area per dose. We also have larger capsules than you'll typically find, which means when you take one of these things, you really get the maximum detox benefits. And I'll tell you flat out, it's one thing to do something that makes you stronger. It usually takes more effort, more energy, and more money. It's a lot easier to get rid of the things that make you weak. And Bulletproof upgraded coconut charcoal is one of the ways to get rid of the things that make you weak. So get rid of those low-hanging fruit, that'll make you perform better, and then focus on getting stronger or bigger or smarter or faster, whatever it is you want to do. But why carry around all the toxins with you while you're doing that? In fact, you probably wouldn't know this, but in World War I, the gas masks actually contained a big layer of activated charcoal to bind toxins. The water filter that you probably use today, especially if you follow my advice to drink filtered water, it uses activated charcoal to bind toxins. And it's just not well known in the West that you can use this kind of activated charcoal internally to do the same kind of toxin binding that it does environmentally. It's funny, if you go to Asia, if you go to Nepal or Tibet or Cambodia or Thailand, they sell capsules of activated charcoal all over the place. It's not the same quality here, it's not made from the good stuff, it's not the fine particle size, but they use it as the most common remedy when people have an upset stomach. And it's safe enough that I even give it to my kids. The one thing though is you don't take it in your medication, because this is the same thing that they would use if you went into the hospital with an overdose. They would pump your stomach full of activated charcoal. So you don't want it to absorb the medications that you're taking. So you take it far away from medications and you take it away from food unless you're eating suspect foods. This is one of those things I never travel without. It's always in my bag, and I take it when I eat at restaurants every single time because it makes me feel better, it makes me stronger, it makes me better. And here's something I never thought I'd really do on camera, but let me show you what I actually do with this. This isn't what it's designed for, but I do this sometimes. You take one of the capsules, Bulletproof upgraded coconut charcoal, and take your toothbrush. Mine's pink. Get the toothbrush wet, open up a capsule. It will make black powder all over the place. It cleans up relatively easily. Don't get it on your white clothes. Sprinkle on your toothbrush, and then you brush with it. What's exciting about this? As you can see, everything is black. And well, that's kind of funny. It really does make a huge difference if you do this. I do it a couple times a week. And your teeth feel super clean when you're done with it. What you're doing is you're binding toxins in the mouth. Your toothbrush may never be the same again. See the difference?